Okay, this is also remembering Ashley is also a nanny babysitter to some children and mother and sister to some children. Ashley is not a cheating mommy slut. Ashley does not approve of raising other people's children to show off to the public or to her own children that she could have done a good job. She's against it, and Ashley was forced against her will and now has property and possession over other people's children and their entire life. Ashley could be called a murderer if she leads her things to death if they wanted to. Holy shit! That's about as hostage as I ever fucking heard it. We're also against divorcing the self and raising children in this day and age against their species, against who they're born to be. But we also know there are groups who disagree with born vessels, born children of angels and demons. They prefer those vessels who have earned a position through religion or kept it, or have at least earned a position of their birth, to honor it and what it came from and what it is before mutating it against things. But religion goes far and wide between. There is no religion after a certain way, as we find out that sin is an entity itself. It is not killable. It is also a teacher. Animal is not guilty of sin unless human or man species puts sin onto the animal like a scapegoat and has it killed or tortured. Ashley is a dog on court record. And there is a Greg Clark child teenage sex repeatedly. Riley County, Kansas, Manhattan area. Greg and James Woodyard made Ashley who she is. There is now something made an enemy with the faces of our enemies, collected it onto a being, a living creature. Has these faces. Ashley argues with it in the mirror a lot of times. Ashley is claiming shoot her to Devil Mafia if she keeps seeing Daniel Hatcher's body language. Daniel Hatcher's nothing alongside of Greg Clark and Ashley's Indian Ochoa cousin here in Riley County. They lived in Tuttle Terrace together in 2018. Indian Ochoa. We saw his wife at Dillon's this winter. Now there is this tomcat glue. This is what Ashley is. From small to large, we were learning. This is a black cat, but if you look closely at the body, it's made like a panther, a black panther, a leopard, like of Africa, but it's a black cat. Now this thing has green glowing eyes. You can't see it in this light, but it is one of the colors of the death shadows that keeps Ashley in dreams and won't let her wake up. It is green and black, this one. Here there is a species. It is making Ashley's body numb. It was separated from Ashley, and it's hard to tell that it's there and present, except for this has eugenol, a numbing fluid like lidocaine or benzocaine, but Ashley and Ashley's species cannot have lidocaine, not even for tooth removal. But we can have this eugenol, but we tested this eugenol and it makes our being completely numb, and it makes it worse than opiate use. Masturbation gets numb, and there's no reason to live without orgasm. This can cause suicide and is a tool, is a weapon. There is species in this glue. One of them, it's real tiny. You see these bumps in here? Imagine a little tiny invisible jelly blob in these bumps of glue. That's all it amounts to, and if the spirit would be the size of a choo-choo train. Oh, whoa. Hold on, Ashley. I'm so sorry, Ashley. Hold on, Ashley. Don't get upset yet, Ashley. I'm gonna figure out. We don't know how to get it out of the glue and how to take the numbing away from us. Also, we don't understand what is it with werewolves, lichens, and silver. Like here we have silver. This is pure silver. Also, this ring has silver. Ashley has a husband married with her bones. It has a red stone garnet, and it only believes that Ashley is married to it when Ashley wears its ring, and that is not the truth. It is always her husband, always. We have married these things as a group, and we're going to have a physical person to have sex with, and no one else is supposed to take these things away from us. We need to find out, is silver metallurgy, is it dangerous to what Ashley was born as? Look at these toenails. These, the black African people call this a fungus that actually has DNA relating to animal people, werewolf, lichen, dog, canine, cat. Here it is on the other toe. It's curved. We actually found out from another animal that was gifted and could fly. It could take in Ashley's body. So Ashley is a halfling. Ashley is the daughter of Lilith, one of 3 daughters. That means Cain is a father, and as patrimony, we were talking about inheriting of the father. There's Father Time, Father Cain, Daddy Kenneth Dale Alexander, the Mexican Mafia. You have church fathers. You even have church mothers that are nuns. Ashley is not a nun, believes in sex wholeheartedly, pleasure and benefits, blah, 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 blah. Ashley does not believe in popping out children like turds shitting in the toilet. If more people had sexual pleasure, there would probably be less fights, less divorce, less adoption, less losing of the children, less dead children. A long time ago, it is woman and child that makes man weak. When held for war, these days are long ago. Jesus Christ was killed 2,000 years ago. The Romans back in the old days, they would do this for armies. We have it in our history books and our movies. This is 2022. This is a new day, a new age. We had feminists and women's equal rights back in the 1950s. 50 years ago, man had domination over woman. Well, then they had Ashley and Lilith, who do not kiss ass to those guys. And then we have groups and we wonder, how does this relate to us normal people? How does some alpha, imaginatively, of a whole line of people somewhere off yonder have anything to do with us and our lives? Our food, livestock, cannibal, vampire people were prayed for. The food is suffering. The livestock. Their lives are crap and worthless. Without sex pleasure, without proper emotion, without proper teaching of who and what they are and why they're harvested by Grim Reaper. You don't even like them or take care of them. Why do you still want them? We have an identical idea from Ashley raising wolf dogs as pets. Ashley was raising her own kind, being a halfling, the mixing of species, which is accordingly against the Lilith stories, but she was excommunicated. We have no idea what actual mother of Ashley would be like at all, excommunicated from the church. So we don't want to believe anybody, and you'll not dishonor my mother or my stepdads either. I don't like it. I don't like people harming my nannies or things that I call mommy, even in childhood regression, from a head injury, fear of death, and getting through and finding out answers to these questions. Some people will make children for the mother by abusing the pregnant belly of a woman. The child is then birthed and it becomes man of the house because it protects the mother when the father did not care, and then he takes and harvests that angel child and protects his mother, and then if he's called away to gay relationships or to war or the army or whatever they got secretly that they still go for, he lets go of his child, and his child cares for the mother, and she goes on with somebody else, and that child takes over a boyfriend or a new spouse. That's kind of like what Kimberly was looking for Ashley, but Ashley is not that. It was Kimberly. Ashley warned her that she was probably not even her child, and we have purity and moral memory going on. Don't test me, Kimberly. You're the same to Ashley as Greg Clark and Daniel Hatcher. Here's some pictures. This is anal beads. This is the shape of a prototype that goes for a black African species. Ashley, being a member of Africa, getting answers on this. This is the shape you want for the neck bones, and tailbones. Neck bones and tailbones. Neck bones and tailbones. Devil Mafia broke his wife's back to know who she is. Daddy Kenneth broke Ashley and her sister's bones, Kendra, so that they would be identifiable. They both have broken tailbones. Mexican Mafia children. We don't understand why jealous people are trying to copy and steal the bone shape, but we did have this prototype also. It goes along with army dog tags and little princess girls. Jewels of the eyes have value. And I wonder, proud of it. Those little princess, yeah, I'll get them again. I'm almost, shit. It's on there. This is like a girl's version of an army dog tag chain. Okay, good. We made our own little college tassel because we were passing school, and we made a little tassel. Tassels are worn on the top of the head by a square. We don't have a square hat. A piece of paper would do. This is a dog chain, a dog choke neck chain. Ashley earned her spine in Russell, so we're going to be wearing this down our back. But we don't know what kind of metals and stuff. Stainless steel. Stainless steel is worn by barbells and tattoos. I lost it. Barbells and tattoos. Here's another. Dr. Daniel Hinken died over the wolf. In gynecology, he's a surgeon, not a vagina or a penis doctor, and he was killed early by an angel gang. Just like Ashley hit a semi for cheating on her spouse. Her surgeon is dead because they hypnotized Ashley and programmed date rape safety protection so that no one could rape her asleep and own her spirit, so she married to herself. This is stainless steel. It's rainbow colored stainless steel. Ashley had a rainbow vagina piercing. This is what her surgeon talked about while she was asleep and woke up at a certain level from surgery. They call those sleeping beauty girls. They were trying to rape Ashley's daughter, Leia, and another. And Ashley was waking up, constantly calling the police. Help me, someone's touching my vagina. Help me, someone's touching my vagina. But RCPD didn't care, man. They didn't give a flying fuck that somebody was raping my daughter, man. And now we have memories and puppies, grand puppies, and we have illegal organ harvesting. You ever seen a horror movie, man? About people kidnapped and their lungs and their kidneys and their intestines and their hearts harvested and cut out of their bodies, man, put in a styrofoam freezer box and taken away and play for much, much money, dude. It's the same goddamn thing with my family, man. Wouldn't you like to know how we do it, dude? Without all the blood of a horror movie, crude. Ew. Here we are with pictures. Here's Aiden Lee, Lucian Wolfgang, Samara Darlene, and Hadassah Lenore. There's Aiden, Ashley and Hadassah. Here's Lucian. Here's what Teely looked like. This is Lou Thorn. Alpha, blue eyes, livid blue. Here's Little Bear, green eyes. Green means on, woo. Next to a baby duck, James Lee. There was James in bed with Ashley. Oh, there's a different alpha there. Whoa. Here is livid, wild, blue. I'd die for you. I'd kill for my family. Lou. Ashley earned her rights to have them. Lou. Here's a little bear, different, ew. On the Valley Raids, this says James Woodyard was a pet sitter, ew. And he could die, he could give up his life over these dogs here. He'd put his life on it, ew. How did he get in there, man? Getting inside these things. Ashley tried to earn his side, and James just went in, got in there somehow, man. And oh, it's ridiculous, though. Some people earn the thing, and some people just take it. Jeez. Ashley and the baby darkest. There's Isaac. Oh, look, he was happier, doing much better. Wow, here's Ashley, looks like a radio obble. There's another Ashley. Whoa, these are Ashleys. This looks like Macaulay Culkin. Jeez. And you know, Ashley had experiments with their own children. Aiden Hatcher was sober, baby. Lucian Wolfgang was a meth baby. He was biggest baby, biggest and healthy. Samara was the same size as the sober baby, heroin baby. She was made to fix a part of Ashley, and Ashley does not get sick on opiates like others do. Oh, geez, and Isaac was a sober baby, introduced and acquainted. So was Hadassah, introduced and acquainted to methamphetamine or the mixture cocktail. Ew. Dark, yes, was a bigger baby, a meth baby, jeez. Someone gave us a look-alike, man. It was Cassie, it was our cat, it was Grandma Florence Ashman. Wow. Why do we have Florence Ashman's whiskers on our fucking face? I mean, I thought that was not fucking funny, dude. I thought fucking something. And Cassie, Aiden, and Ashley were on LSD. We talked to Lou Thorn as Wile E. Coyote, a cartoon, and Hey You, the cat that James and Chip made Cassie with. They killed my cat, stole her, and made a body for his grandma, and his grandma threatened James Lee that he would be born Isaac, and Ashley said, no, my child will not be my husband. Ew, no. Isaac died in utero, came back to life, and then 2 months later, Isaac nearly died, and so did James and Kristen Hoguin, Mexican baby. Eliana died. She's a dead baby girl, and my Isaac's alive and living. Someone there was guilty. Ew. When she